Can I do a quick impression? I got another impression. All right, here's
run defense. Give me a run defense.
Here's the defensive line of the New York Jets. Just and anytime Jordan Mason's coming this way. Let me just.
You're still standing, so it's not a great impression. They were doing it from the turf.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. You just go that way. Can I do a quick impression of my commander secondary?
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Skull.
Okay.
Skull.
I don't know if they do it like that.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's not how you celebrate Vikings victories.
Skull. I'm like in Star Wars. I'm like a tauntaun. Just He's 6 foot.
Right.
So my point is that if he stood up tall and put the football on his helmet, and then just fell forward, that he would gain more yards by doing that than he's actually doing by running the ball. Because 2 yards is again 6 feet. So it'd be like 6 feet and however big a football is. It'd be like six. It'd be like 2 yards and 3 inches if you just fell down.
Yep.
Carries
How's
so
a football
far.
3 inches long?
Whatever. Just like if you're holding it like this, he'd get almost 3 yards a carry versus the 2 that he's currently
getting.
getting.
Which is a big difference right now.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Just something. Someone get Todd Bowles on the phone. I'm going to tell him how to do this.
Okay.
And explain to him what Rachaad White should be doing. All right.
Best acting performance.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes. And it's a loaded field, very competitive one. Matthew Berry for the Commanders' secondary impression. Matthew Berry again for the Jets' run defense impression. Matthew Berry for a third time with the dying tauntaun.
Yeah, that's from Star Wars.
Yes. Matthew Berry for the fourth time showing Rachaad White how he should fall forward with the ball, and then the Bucs said, you know what, screw this, Bucky Irving, you're just going to play.
I'm still very disturbed by Matthew thinking of football as 3 inches
I
long.
was in the moment.
It was an estimate.
But what was? Yeah, exactly. Lawrence, you have a vote there.
You dominated the category.
Yes,
I must
this is
say.
true.
I would go with that Jets run defense because the first half plus of this season, they was just giving it up. Like if you got them on the schedule, we could run the ball. So I would say that one was a good one.
To me, it's the dying tauntaun. I'm still moved by that performance. It's just score.
I dug deep for that one.
That's a good
Like
one.
Tom Hanks at the end of Captain
The
Phillips.
doorman impression of the Jets' run defense was quite good.
Yeah, just like, here you go.
Well, let's see. Do we have a Peacocky for this? Do we actually have? There we go. There we go.
Peacocky getting a little agile.
Okay.
Best acting performance. Jay, why don't you?
I'll do them all.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Best acting performance. Daniel Day-Lewis adjacent. Matthew Berry, a dying tauntaun.
Oh, there we go.
Got it.
I agree. It was one of my best.
Yes.
That's a good one. It is a good one.
Do
The
it again.
emotion that you had, because it wasn't just a tauntaun, but it was one that was dying.
Right.
Yes.
So, his final breaths,
Yes.
as you will, as the tauntaun's life flashes before his eyes.
Yeah, shades
Right.
of Pacino and Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, exactly right.
Spoiler.
Yeah, exactly. Spoiler
No, he
alert.
doesn't die in that one. He's fine. He dies in the next one.
Fair enough. All right, where we go?
Breakout Player of the Year.
All right, there we go.
Yes, we smoothly transition to the Breakout Player of the Year in fantasy. And yes, a lot of rookies in this one, except James Cook, who had a whopping 16 rushing touchdowns this year and a top 10 running back finish in points per game. But Jayden Daniels, Malik Nabers, Brian Thomas Jr., and Brock Bowers make up the rest of this field after phenomenal rookie seasons.
And just like fantasy MVP, I think there's a lot of different ways that you could sort of define breakout, Lawrence, right? In terms of is this somebody that suddenly became a superstar? Is it someone that just took a step to the next level? Someone that we weren't expecting? There's a lot of different ways to sort of define the word breakout as it relates to fantasy.
And that's why I like James Cook in this category, especially we all should talk about it last season. He don't get any touchdowns. He had 2 last year. To go from 2 to 16 in time for the league, you lead the league in rushing touchdowns as a running back on Josh Allen's team. I think that's a breakout year. He averages 5 yards a carry.
Would that be your vote?
That would be my vote. Yeah, James Cook. He a baller.
I take umbrage with the committee's selection for nominees. My 2 picks here would be the Chubbler and Sam Darnold, who are honorable mentions. I'm not sure if Sam Darnold still plays football anymore after last night, but notwithstanding, the first 16 games that he played this year were awesome. Well, I feel like we almost can disregard them because the last two were so bad. But no, Darnold and the Chubler would be my picks here.
Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, two Buccaneers also make the honorable mention list for Breakout. Baker became an elite fantasy quarterback. Bucky Irving became a must-start guy. Connor, do you have a vote here?
Yeah, I would lean James Cook. I actually would like to add one more name to the list, too. Jackson Smith and Jigba is another guy that could have been on this list. The rookies were awesome, but Jayden Daniels was the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Malik Nabers was a top 10 pick. Brock Bowers was a top 15 pick, and Brian Thomas Jr. was still taken in the top 20 picks. So they were awesome. But James Cook, the jump that you hinted at, Lawrence, it changes your entire outlook on him going forward in fantasy.
There's no question. Any one of these guys, I mean, listen, you know me, I'm a homer for Faith in 5 here for Jayden Daniels. I think you could make an argument for Ladd McConkey here as well. The concern in the preseason was, well, he's not somebody that ever played full-time snaps at Georgia. He's a slot guy on a team that wants to run the ball, you know, and, you got Josh Palmer there who's the veteran, and QJ, their first-round pick, and McConkey became like, he became Amon-Ra St. Brown.
He's a go-to
basically,
guy.
he became the go-to guy in an offense that was better than people thought. Not against the Texans, but generally speaking,
he was.
He was
Yeah.
great
And
against the
you
Texans.
notice he caught that 86-yard touchdown. You ain't catching him. That's 4-3 wheels right there.
There's no question about it. So who did the fans vote for Breakout Player of the Year?
And the fans have answered.
Faith in 5. There we go.
Jayden Daniels, 30%. Brock Bowers, 29%. James Cook, 19%. Brian Thomas Jr., 18%. And Malik Nabers, not
Again,
getting any love from the fans.
no
I
love.
don't know what happened. 4%.
Yeah, wow.
My fellow Giants fans, not voting in great numbers. Controversial category, this one.
It
It's
is.
tough to define.
It
It's
is.
kind of like comeback player of the year.
But I mean, I'm not surprised that Jayden Daniels won this award.
So
At
Jayden
least
Daniels
from the
was
fan vote.
QB4, right? I had him as QB7. He ended as QB4. I didn't have James Cook at running back 9, that's for sure. So it's like you said, it's a
So should this award be more like what ranking did Lawrence get
yes,
most wrong?
yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
I like that strategy.
Or it should be, let's see how high Lawrence had him first, and then we can just talk about everything else.
Fair enough. All right. Well, the Peacocky goes to. Let's see who wins the prestigious Peacocky, the pirouetting Peacocky as well. I'll open this one. Yes, well done, Peacocky. Nice job. You and I are gonna get hammered after this.
Well, it's a good day for that because the Peacocky drinks free, by the way.
Peacocky
Yes.
absolutely drinks free. And the Breakout Player of the Year, Jayden Daniels. Let's go.
clean it
That's
up.
right.
Fire
Come on. Faith in 5 on the field, number 1 in your heart. He had the second most fantasy points by a rookie quarterback in NFL history. In NFL history, the second most ever. He had the most rushing yards by a rookie quarterback as well. And this is somebody, yes, Lawrence, you had him as a low-round QB1. A lot of people had him as a high-end QB2, but we've talked about this. Next year, my rankings, I have him as a QB3.
Yeah,
the only quarterbacks that you're definitely taking him over him next year
Yes.
are Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
definitely.
If somebody took Joe Burrow over him or Jalen Hurts, you'd be like, okay, I get it. But I think in most drafts,
For sure.
Jayden Daniels is going to go between 3 and 5, and he cemented himself as an elite fantasy quarterback because it wasn't just a bunch of big performances, but consistently every week in and week out between his legs and his arms. It helped that he had a bad defense, and he constantly had to make these crazy comebacks.
It's like LSU.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly right. But just imagine when they get him an offensive line and another wide receiver besides Terry McLaurin, Jay.
Yep, we talked about it yesterday. I think he's the 5th best quarterback in football, real life. Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow. Wouldn't take anyone else over Jayden Daniels.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.